Former Fulton County Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade now withdrawing from the Georgia election interference case against Trump and 18 co-defendants. A Fulton County judge ruling either Wade steps down or Willis is disqualified from prosecuting Trump, the two accused of having an improper affair, using money, federal dollars, for themselves. In his resignation letter, Wade claimed that he was stepping down for the interest of democracy. Willis put out her own statement praising Wade's professionalism and his dignity. Joining me now is Georgia Congressman Richard McCormick. He's a member of the House Foreign Affairs and Armed Services Committees. Congressman, great to see you this morning. So it looks like all four of Trump's criminal trials are now likely to be delayed. Your reaction to all of this?
Well, I wish they'd be dismissed. I think this has been contrived from the very beginning. Obviously, it's politically motivated. If you look at the judges that have been appointed in the regions that it's been prosecuted, this has been a farce from the very beginning. They're looking to hamstring our political candidate, the person who should be the next president of the United States. And this is absolutely a conspiracy.
Well, I mean, the media is going right along with it. But at this point, it looks like, let's see, the January 6th case and the Florida documents case likely to be pushed to September. The Georgia trial in August at the earliest now. What are your thoughts on the impact to Trump's campaign in all of this? And what if he is in trial before the election? What do you think?
I have no doubt that they're trying to time this along with the elections.
Yeah.
This is just another way to manipulate the outcome of the election for one of the most, I think, maybe the most important election of our lifetime, at a time where there's war all over the world, there's a runaway debt, there's crime, there's a border crisis that's going to literally change the United States in a way that we've never seen, where energy could be sold at affordable prices, but we're choosing to not do that, even though it's supporting our enemies in Iran and Russia. We're seeing educational choices that will transform the future of our youth, and we're going to continue this farce of judicial overreach in the most critical time in the United States in recent history.
Meanwhile, you've got President Biden and Chuck Schumer wading into Israeli elections. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu responded on Fox News this week, and he's now slamming the Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer after Schumer said that Netanyahu no longer serves the needs of Israel. He wants an open election. He called for new leadership in Israel. Watch this.
I think Schumer's statements are wholly inappropriate. I think we're not a banana republic. The people of Israel will choose when they'll have elections, who they'll elect, and it's not something that will be foisted upon us.
I mean, you're in foreign affairs. You know, the committee, you've watched now for months that President Biden is publicly calling out Bibi Netanyahu, saying he wants a ceasefire, even though we've got no promises from Hamas that they're going to release any more hostages. 5 Americans. I spoke with Wyoming Senator John Barrasso about it yesterday on Sunday Morning Futures. Here's what he said. Watch.
The fourth major obstacle to peace is Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who has all too frequently bowed to the demands of extremists. I believe in his heart he has his highest priority is the security of Israel. However, I also believe Prime Minister Netanyahu has lost his way.
We do not need Chuck Schumer or Joe Biden telling the people of Israel who they get to vote for or decide to vote for to be their leaders. Don't need that at all. Schumer called Netanyahu an obstacle to peace. The obstacle to peace is Hamas, the Hamas terrorists, the Hamas murderers, the Hamas rapists.
Congressman, what's this about? Is Joe Biden now trying to reverse course because he feels like he's losing the pro-Palestinian vote?
Well, it's laughable to think that Schumer's talking about somebody losing their way. You're talking about a guy who has never been able to vote on H.R. 2, which we passed, which would secure our southern border. This is a guy who doesn't care about the future of the United States, only power. This is a guy who's literally openly criticizing the leadership of Israel, one of our most strategically important allies during a time of war in their country, as a leader of the Senate. You talk about losing your way, talking about somebody who needs to be replaced. That is Schumer. more than anybody. This is a guy who has literally not passed anything. This is a do-nothing Senate. This is a Senate who does not care about the southern border, who does not care about crime or debt or about energy or education. This is the Senate problem that's been getting in the way the entire time I've been in Congress.
Liz Speak, jump in here.
Good morning, Congressman. Isn't it time for the House to invite Netanyahu to come and speak before them and make his case to the American public, particularly after what Schumer did?
I think it's a perfect time. Let Israel come here and talk about what they're doing overseas in Gaza, what the Palestinian conflict has brought to their country. They can even talk about what they've allowed into the country to help the Palestinians who are suffering, the innocents that are suffering not because of the Israelis, but because of Hamas, because of the extremists in that country. Let's talk about where this started to begin with. Let him make his case in front of the American people, since we have leadership in the Senate actually speaking openly against the leadership over there. How inappropriate can you possibly get?
All right, we will leave it there, Congressman. I don't think there's going to be any blowback or accountability for Schumer at this point, but we certainly are watching a real reaction to those comments in the middle of a war, no less. Congressman, thank you.